was even able to time it perfectly with the music. Hello, everybody!
Nice.
Welcome to Killing in the Name, our Exalted saga. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks for supporting in any way you see fit. It's been a hot minute since we've been here. Just life has just lifed all over everything. So we have recovered from life and are now dead. So that's how that works, right?
Yes.
Anyway, and especially after last time we left off after such a hell of a cliffhanger of Minosuke Jax trying to summon the lady of the house, whoever that may be. Things are, in the immortal words of Ron Burgundy, things are escalating quickly. You should be sorry. How dare you sneeze?
I think I muted the mic though.
You did, but then you called yourself out in chat. Previously on Killing in the Name, our heroes kept exploring the manse of Espada Azul. Found rooms that were not what they should be anyway. Definitely a bigger on the inside kind of situation. Excuse me. And when Minosuke Jax managed to track you all down after having a brief encounter with Cobalt, you all asked to speak to the lady of the house. And Minosuke Jax started to acknowledge that request. But as we were just saying before we went live, that there was a flying shoulder tackle of some kind left off at. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sova was sort of mid-air as we had a bit of a JoJo ending there. The to be continued across the screen.
No.
John Cena.
Do bow down. That's Minosuke Jax is offering up some kind of summoning, and Sova is diving at her. So, any other details? Any other pertinent details at the moment?
Nope. Sofa just wants to interrupt the absolute daylight out of whatever Minosuke Jax is doing, because that can't be good.
So, before we do that, though,
Mm-hmm.
Beryl.
Yes.
In these split seconds before Sova interrupts this summoning process, you can see some of the essence that's starting to coalesce with the ritual that Jax is performing. And it looks familiar. There are henna-colored rocks starting to sort of like elevate from the ground, seemingly appearing from nowhere.
Huh.
And they're starting to orbit the central circle on the floor of this manse in the entrance area. And you can start to make out these faint lines, sort of creating a diamond-like shape in the air. And
Interesting.
it looks familiar because you remember seeing it a few hours ago, before you were in here.
Okay.
In fact, you remember Silva, what was the name of your bird again? Your bird god?
Oh, Siletta?
Savetta?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you can remember standing on a pier. Savetta perched on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
And you say to, forgive me, it's been a few weeks. What are Savetta's pronouns again?
Oh, he, him.
He, him. And saying to him, she's in there? To which he responds, that is, yes, unfortunately. That is, it's in that. It, her, that, I have no idea. I don't know what that is, but that is where she is.
Interesting. Huh.
And around you, as I've described before, red sky, sickly green sea, sort of like surging underneath you, storm winds on the horizon. It is, everything's going to hell in a handbasket. And you look and you say to Savetta, I don't suppose there's a way of us getting out of going in there ourselves, is there? And Savetta responds, no, I don't believe there is. Shall we? And you fly, you take on a flying, whatever flying animal you have in your heart's blood repertoire, and fly into it. And the thing you remember seeing is this massive, we're talking mountain-sized diamond that's being surrounded by dozens of spheres of glowing white fire.
Yeah.
And flying in towards that, dodging between these spheres, a couple of close calls, and then plunging into the center of that diamond. And that's all you remember.
I think just as he snaps back, he just shakes his head and goes, yeah, I'm that stupid.
So, Sova,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
Like I said, a very disrespectful tackle to get Minosuke Jax at least unable to complete the summoning. Like, maybe not. And then let me not lie. I'm trying to hurt her, but well, I don't think I can because I did what's the? It's not withering. It's
Yes.
the other one because I needed to be faster than her.
Oh, you. So you're doing a decisive attack?
Yeah, it was decisive because
Okay.
I needed to be faster than her.
Right.
Because I am trying to interrupt this.
Yep.
Do not have my roll from last time because I closed the web tab.
That's okay. I don't have any of my stats from last time because I have completely lost track of those in my massive collection of notebooks. So, why don't we both roll join battle?
Okay.
When in doubt, re-roll.
Ah. 3 successes.
So I believe everyone starts with 6, so you'd be at, or
9
3
successes?
automatic, so you'd be at 6.
Okay, 3 automatic, so I'm at 6.
Join battle. There we go.
Because yeah, it's wits
Hey,
plus
no,
awareness.
I
plus
remember because
strength.
I was doing some bullshit. I was hiding behind the drape, and I launched from there, so I was joining battle from stealth, and I have a charm for that. I remember.
Well, they were like carpet bagging them.
And you can stunt your join combat roll.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I was using blinding battle feint. Join battle using stealth. If you act first, you're also hidden. So the thing was is that I was using the drape itself to basically obscure my approach.
Okay.
So that way she saw something coming at her, but it wasn't necessarily recognizing me.
Okay. All right, so
Um,
you're gonna use stealth instead of awareness. So go ahead and
Yes.
roll with stealth. And I will give you 2 dice for the stunt.
Okay. Which is 4, stealth is 5, and then 2 dice is 11. Six successes.
6 successes. Okay.
That ain't bad.
So,
Jack's got 7 successes, putting her at 10. Unless you spend a point of willpower to get an automatic
yeah,
success.
I will.
So
I
you will
will.
tie it.
What, no meet to beat it? No.
No, well, because see, here's the thing: if we tie, and you attack each other,
Uh-huh.
we clash, which is
Oh.
it has its own special rules.
Yeah, okay.
It's
But
ba-
yeah, I use a point of willpower to do the thing.
Okay. So that means so
Oh wait, can I spend essence to do a thing? Because stealth is my supernal?
oh yeah, you can absolutely spend you can spend some essence to gain some more dice on the roll.
Okay.
Up to, I believe it's the attribute plus essence. Excuse me, it's attribute plus ability on the roll. So
Okay.
basically, how many dice were you rolling with dexterity stealth?
Dexterity stealth?
Yes.
That's 10 dice. I roll. You
That-
said wits. You said wits stealth.
Sorry, with stealth. Yeah, with stealth.
Okay, that's 9 dice.
Okay, that means you can spend up to 9 essence and get up to 9 dice.
And I haven't really been burning essence like that, so I have plenty of it. You know what? It's just cause we're here now. Does it matter which pool it comes from?
Nope. I mean, you may start. Well, I was gonna say you may start glowing, but you're a night cast, so it's.
You're only glowing if you want to glow.
Yeah, you might spend a little bit
Yeah.
more essence, but you can keep it on. You can keep it squelched.
Okay.
But also, like, it's not like we're not known to be exalts at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
So, who are we keeping the secret from?
Yeah, let's make this spicy. I'm gonna burn 9 essence to get 18 dice on this.
Holy shit! Okay.
I want to stop her.
Points are being made.
Ten successes.
10 more successes.
Out of them.
Okay, that means you're gonna start at 20 initiative.
Oh my god.
So, what that is going to that means, so, and I would like to point out, that means you are actually, like, you are in a good ballpark to make this a decisive attack instead of a withering one, because you'll be rolling 20. You'll be rolling your initiative as the attack.
Oh. Okay.
No, you're rolling initiative as the damage. You'll still have to roll the attack to hit, but the damage is
Okay.
going to be your initiative, which is, like I said, is currently 20.
Yeah. Let's. This combat is confusing, but let's go for it. No man.
Okay.
Like.
Let's light
I
this.
So-
think I sort of got it. Yeah, basically.
So, describe for me. So you've already described how you sort of snuck around and made your jump in. Describe your attack for me.
So. You know how toreadors, like. Bullfighters,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, how they whip
Yeah,
the.
I know what a
cape around.
toreador. I know what a toreador. I didn't think you meant vampire slut, but no, it's.
I
I've
realized
got
we
that
were on an
wrong.
RPG channel and I
Yeah.
said toreador. And I went, wait, that might have been a
Matador.
mistake.
Matador.
Matador?
That's a matador. Now all I can
Yeah.
think of is someone who like waving a cape at the tow truck from Cars.
The Matador, a Picador,
Matadore.
and there's a third one
A
that
matador.
I can't recall. Yeah.
But so she's whipping basically the drape around. So what'll happen is as she comes in, the drape is still attached, and that's a problem because I need to be able to move. So in the first turn, I use my light blade thing to cut it so it becomes like a panel instead of me trying to whip this whole big ass
Yeah.
drape around. And I just kind of turn into it so it's first it's the cloth and then it's me and then it's the cloth and then it's me. So it's just this spinning like tink attack.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and and that is using your environment, so that is going to be a 2-point stun. Go ahead and roll. Were we doing melee or brawl for your light blade? I can't remember.
I believe it's melee.
Okay.
Brawl.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll dexterity melee. Just dexterity melee. No weapon accuracy or anything like that. But yeah, dexterity melee with +2 with 2 extra dice and an automatic success on the roll.
Okay. Auto success. That's 8 plus 2 is 10. So rolling 10 dice. 5 successes.
5 successes. Let's see if that hits.
Please.
Where is the combat thing? You said 5 successes? That just hits.
Amazing.
Go ahead and roll 20 dice.
Okay. So that's 20 d10s, right?
Yes.
Okay.
10s do not count for double on this unless you have a charm that says otherwise.
Let's see. I don't have a one that makes 10 do things, but I have Excellent Strike, which is a melee charm, which lets me gain a success and recurring ones. Does that work on damage, or should that be on the attack roll?
Excellent strike, you said?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look that up real quick.
Let me mark that down.
Excellent strike. The skill honing her accuracy in order to strike true. Her attack gains 1 automatic success. Additionally, that's on the attack roll, not the damage roll.
Okay, I'll remember that, but for the future. But yeah, so 20 dice. Let's see what this do. Jesus Christ. 12 successes.
12 successes.
Yeah.
All right. How many?
How many hit boxes?
That's I'm looking it up right now, just from the one that I'm stealing from. So, 12 successes, you said?
Cast soak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a decisive attack, so it doesn't affect it.
Oh.
It's hardness. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is with your blade,
Hang on, yeah.
so it's lethal damage.
Yeah, it is.
So how do you want to do this?
Are you dead?
Welcome to Exalted, kid.
So...
And you are playing the most murderiest of the casts, so...
Yeah, I kind of am. So, in this sort of whirling spin, there's like a... All I can think of is in, like, Dead Fantasy, the Monty Oum's, like, fan fiction, like, fight animation. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. Go watch it if you haven't. It's amazing. His fight choreography's fantastic. Rest in peace. There's a bit where, one of the characters, like, takes a knife and they're, like, stabbing with it, and then they, like, stick it on their foot and, like, slash that way. So it's just this really ridiculous, like, slash, like, I'm maneuvering so you can't even see where the blade is coming from, because I'm using the drapery that I have now absolutely destroyed, stabbing through it. Like, it's just like, it's not quite Death of a Thousand Cuts, but it's definitely, you need to figure out where I'm coming from, and just on the last time she doesn't judge it right, and I get her right in the box.
So the blade goes right through her throat. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So and she's like just staring you in the eyes, and like she brings her hands up to sort of feebly, like sort of like swat your hand away, kind of thing.
She just leaped into it. She's
Yeah.
like, no.
And the light just fades from her eyes.
Dang.
And she slumps down, dead. And as she does, those small rocks and diamond shape in the air sort of dissipate from view.
So that's probably a good thing.
We'll kind of drop one just to sit down on the ground, kind of staring at Jax's body.
Am I allowed to say that was anticlimactic? But also, girl? And I give a high five.
So, kind of like, yeah, sure, and give you a high five.
While I applaud the efficiency of dispatching the soul of an Akuma, you may have just killed our only lead.
Oh shit.
I did not think it was worth risking her summoning something worse.
Like she was trying to summon
That is
in-game Satan.
That is fair, because we still don't even know what is behind that door over there.
Pan to ominous door of ominous.
Giant
glowing
doors that knocked back.
Yep.
Just pan to. Oh.
Just all of us look over.
We all look at the same time, just.
Yeah, and the camera kind of like zooms in on it a little bit in that way that like, what do they call it? A dolly zoom. You know, where like the thing you're focused on zooms in while everything else zooms out, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Have an awful day.
Or as the kids are calling it on TikTok, the severance shot.
Ah.
It's such an old technique, though.
It is. I know. Film nerds know what it's called. The kids just call it what the memes do.
Hey, the memes will let some kids learn what it's called. Because
Exactly.
they'll be like, I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I hope the kids learn something out of it.
Yeah, don't mess with Sova.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So, what's your
Jojo posing.
that I was expecting that to take longer. So, what's your next move, gang?
I think I just
Annoy-
walk over and tentacle whip it just to make sure it's dead.
Errol.
I mean, I don't know if she was good. Death Knights exist, so like you gotta double check.
Always double tap. Always double tap.
I want to argue, but I know I shouldn't.
That's fair. Just because you're the bigger, threat in the room doesn't mean that I'm not older. That actually reflects poorly on me, doesn't it?
Not necessarily.
But I remember how I got into this room now, so that's neat. Yeah, Savannah found me and said that you'd gotten swallowed up by a hole in the sea, and then we found the hole in the sea, and I jumped in. At the very least, I expected there'd be a good fight at the end of it, and I'm a good backup. I did try and bring a rope with me to, climb out, but I think it got eaten by flying fireballs.
Did you say a hole in the sea?
A weird diamond pattern of rocks that created kind of a gap. There was also a giant diamond. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to that because I don't think I'd be able to lift it and or sell it.
Cobalt,
Yes.
roll intelligence occult for me.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're good
oh.
at that.
I won't forget my specialties this time.
What's
well, the specialty in that one is only creatures of darkness, so it probably doesn't apply.
No, it applies for this one.
Oh, okay.
Very much so
Alright,
applies
that-
for this one.
All right. That is then 9 dice.
Hell yeah.
So. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. Second. That is. Oh, there's at least 1, 2 10s there. A 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
6 successes. That's pretty good. It's over the threshold of 5 successes, which is considered an exceptional success in this game. That description of a massive diamond surrounded by spheres of white fire. That is a very common description of she who lives in her name. One of the Yozis.
And Cobalt takes a moment to compose themselves, thinking back on what we had learned previously.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe you saw the body of a primordial. One of the fallen in the wars
No.
before, from ancient times.
Yeah, no. The diamond or the fireballs? Or
The
yes?
diamond.
Okay.
Yes, actually both.
Both. Yes.
Got it. Neat. Silver Pact did not exactly prepare me for this sort of endeavor, but kind of punch it.
With 6 successes, I will say that there is one more detail that you know about she who lives in her name. her most common sobriquet, her most common title, is the Principle of Hierarchy.
Okay.
Principle of hierarchy. What kind of bomb ass sobriquet is that? Like, damn.
I will relegate that back to the party.
Yep.
Blah.
Point of order or point. Yeah. Point of order, because I want to make sure I heard it correctly. There we go. I can say words. Principle, like a rule?
Yes.
Or principle, like, okay.
Principle, not principal.
Thank you. So it's principle, not principle. Got it.
Yes.
English is the worst sometimes.
It sure is. So,
Principle of hierarchy.
yeah, the Principle of Hierarchy.
Not to be too utilitarian about this and straightforward, but we should probably see if her robes have any other information, if she has objects, trinkets, markings, anything that can assist. If she is indeed also the owner of this place, the Hearthstone was not in the manse room where I reappeared. She was there waiting for entertainment. Although, now she's just going to come back.
I poked her. She didn't get up, so that usually means dead.
We'll probably need to wait 30 or 40 years, yes.
Oh, the normal coming back. Okay.
Who knows? I don't.
Ah,
There are
depends
some
on how the
magic-
admin and you, Sean, works.
I'm not looking forward to that.
In your defense, technically she started it.
But she started it before the, like,
That
Bird
laugh is
came
in
to get
character,
me.
by the way. Like,
I tried to reason with her.
But yeah, I mean, Will, what would a loot the body check be in?
Oh, the no check. You can search the body. Well, like I said, she's wearing sort of torn monk robes. Actually,
Right,
no.
dressed like an immaculate monk.
Right.
Immaculate punk.
Right, immaculate punk is what we called the look.
the look.
It vibes hard, though. I don't know why. It just does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that I acted with extreme prejudice, but out of character, like, her whole thing absolutely whips. She was really cool.
It was you or her, bro. It was you or her.
Absolutely. And sometimes that's just how it goes, you know, like they just drop, the assassin assassinates. One and done. Where is the thing I was gonna look up? The only thing of note on her person, and this is sort of like, it's cinched around her belt. Like I know there's a word. I know there's a name for the belt, like on a gi. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. It's what's that?
I think it's called an obi.
An obi, thank you. It's sort of like it's looped onto her obi, and just hanging off like where like around her the back of her is a book,
A book?
A book bound in a very fine kind of leather with you know how sometimes like you have those big you have those tomes that have like the metal fastenings and stuff like that, like sort of a symbol on the front.
Yeah.
Those are made of tarnished orichalcum.
Oh.
Some pretty nice stuff.
Yeah.
So it's giving kind of Egyptian Book of the Dead from the Mummy looks,
Yes.
with like the clasps and everything.
Mhm.
And
Well-
it's locked with the clasps.
Yes, there is a lock on it that looks like a there's a latch on it that appears to be a serpent of some kind, with that sort of has reached over and is the locking mechanism seems to be like the bottom jaw of the serpent. And it's sort of like, to unlock it is basically opening that serpent's mouth, kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yes, Sova?
A lock, you say?
A lock,
lock,
I
you
say. Yes.
Yeah, no.
Not
I'm
anymore.
opening it. Lock opening touch. I'm gonna spend the essence.
Okay.
Is it okay? I think it's 1 mode or 5 mode, depending on if it's magical or not.
Oh, it's almost assuredly magical.
Oh yeah, this is magical.
Okay, yeah. I spend the 5 modes.
Keys? Where we're going, we don't need keys.
Need
Okay.
keys.
You touch the snake's head, and its eyes flicker open, revealing two gorgeous bloodstones underneath the lids of the snake's eyes. And you feel it and you feel the lock give way under your touch.
I'm going to very carefully open it with some, like, not a lot of force, but, like, this thing, the lock on this thing looks like a snake's mouth. I'm expecting it to maybe resist a little bit.
What you find, it opens. There's no traps or anything like that on it.
Sick.
Yeah, that lock opening touch. I figure lock opening touch is going to bypass any of that anyway. You're using magic to undo the magic, so you'll be fine here.
Sick.
And you find a tome written in what languages do you speak?
Let's see. I know I speak River Speak. I think it's River Speak and Trade Tongue, I think.
River
Or
Speak.
whatever the trade tongue, whatever we
Speak.
decided with the trade. Oh, it's River Speak?
River Speak is that sort of like common trader's tongue.
I keep missaying that. It's River Speak because it's the trader's tongue, and then she speaks water tongue because
Sea tongue.
Sea tongue, thank you.
Okay. You find a book written in seems to be written in High Realm.
Oh.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. The book is made of orichalcum. It's actually written in Old Realm.
Oh,
Damn it.
okay.
You see me go, hey, and then as soon as that collapses, Cobalt is just like, wait a minute.
Just like, I think it's one of the realm languages.
I'll look over and go, not the one I know.
Cobalt. So like,
I mean, it is of the same kind of writing that we found in the library earlier. It is
will
the glyphs
give
of
the
the
book
old
to
realm.
you.
Bold of you to assume I could suss that out from a distance. Or up close. Or with an hour of time on my hands.
Cobalt, don't you speak Old Realm? Don't you read Old Realm?
I do read Old Realm. Yeah,
Okay.
I do not.
I do read Old Realm. Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, hold on. Just making sure to. Yep. You read through the. You're reading the book, and as you start reading through some of the words of the book, and eventually, a few pages in, you start getting into diagrams of people in particular stances, practicing certain katas. You have found a first age martial arts manual, basically.
Oh,
Ooh.
bro.
Hey.
I do
And a
also
little
have
bit-
the martial arts merit, so
Hey.
Hey.
Interesting.
Glancing through it, you do recognize that these are primers on. Let me just take a look at the grand list of martial arts in here. Obviously, with the decorations on thing, one of the obvious one will be snake style, which I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, this will basically be a primer on snake style, black claw style, and millipede style.
Millipede style.
Millipede style.
Millipede style.
Wild.
If this individual was carrying this book, I need to recant my statement, Silva, from earlier. You were well within your rights to kill them as quickly and efficiently as possible, as they likely could have decimated us had they been able to enter one of these forms.
Like someone kind of was like, oh, like has like that series of expressions of, oh, like she looks really pleased with herself.
It's a book of ancient techniques of how to quickly and efficiently end your opponents in combat.
I see.
And if we don't know how long she's been around since she reincarnated, but in carrying this and those robes, it's likely she knew these techniques and could have probably even ripped one of our hearts out with little effort.
I'm really attached to mine.
Beryl. Continue looking through her belongings. You do. You find a set of keys in her pocket.
But we don't need those.
I mean,
Don't say
souvenir.
Don't say
You find a set of there is once again a set of keys in her pocket, and the symbol on one of them is it's a green sunburst, and it's the same shape you can see on the door to the left.
Ooh. This is actually pretty useful. Save your essence, Sova. Check this out. Walk over, try and unlock the door.
It unlocks like it was made for it, because it was.
All right. Peek.
It is a stairwell going down into the basement.
There are no spiders in this one.
No spiders.
So, let's check it out. I guess we investigate the basement. Or at least I'm starting down.
Okay.
I'll follow. Don't want him getting into trouble.
Like, we got a mystery, gang. We have to. I feel compelled.
I thought the compulsion would be to split up.
I have a cowboy hat, not an ascot.
I am.
The gang always sticks together.
And splitting up in a giant mansion just leads to everyone calling communism a red herring.
Whose footprints are Open that
No.
door.
I fired 4 fire wand shots this game. Okay.
not
1
the
plus 2 plus
2
No.
plus 1.
not, not the exploring a spooky mansion property I was originally going for with this thing, but I'll take it.
I mean, it's in my top 5 favorite movies, so
Sure.
I will always pull that when I get an excuse.
Yeah. So you're all heading downstairs?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need you to know if there's a hallway with windows on the side, I'm out. No. I'm not doing that again.
Scout God, I've been going for. I'm trying to go for Resident Evil vibes this game.
Oh, special key for the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have a push a thing around puzzle? No.
No, I won't
I'm
be
trying
that.
to crank.
I want a pushy puzzle, dude.
I won't be that
Sandwiches
pedantic.
are red and green herbs. Now it makes sense.
No,
Oh,
so
pretty good.
the hallway leading downstairs, it's all brick, with a few sconces along the side with ever burning torches in them. So it is well lit enough down here. And when you reach the bottom of the stairs, it opens up into a smaller room than the one up in the foyer, but still sort of a large circular room. This one, though, has clearly Jax has clearly spent some time here, because there is all sorts of messages carved and or painted into the floors and walls. And what they're painted with, you wonder for a second until you see in the corner. There are bodies in the corner.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Mummified and exsanguinated, probably.
Flensed. Flensed, skinned.
Oh.
Ooh.
And basically brought down. They're as close to skeletal as possible. Not fully skeletal. They're still too fresh to be like. They're not like bleached bone skeleton, but this is definitely the work of someone. And looking at the pattern on the floor, this was probably the setup for the summoning that Jax was doing. This was a setup so that Jax could summon the big guns at the drop of a hat if she had to.
Yeah.
Can I try and use medicine to determine how old these bodies are?
Sure. Give me perception medicine.
All right. Just because we might not be the only ones being brought here. And, well, we're clearly not with some of, Cerci's, people being brought here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
In the meantime, can I disturb the symbols on the ground?
Sure.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna just,
that is 4 successes.
4 successes. They are. They're not so fresh. There's a lot of the blood here is dried. They're not so old that they're beginning to rot, but So, like a day or two at most.
Okay.
Um,
I will be back while Sova attempts to pick around.
It's also considerably
Yeah.
cooler down here than it was upstairs, so that's probably lending to the bodies staying a little bit fresher.
Yeah, Sova wants to just, like, with my, 1 dot in the cult? What did I have? Yeah. My dot in the cult, I was like, I don't want this summoning circle to be usable. Just in case there's anyone else here
Sure.
who might know how to summon.
It doesn't take much. You just sort of get in there and you can sort of chip away at it and just.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a salt circle in Supernatural. Once you sort of draw a line through it, that's enough of a disturbance to fuck it up.
Yeah, my mental image was just her, like, dragging her foot across the side, just like, and nope.
But there
sorry.
are hallways on either end of this thing. You can, like, from where you came down, it can sort of go south or north from here.
Okay.
From where you were standing, south would be more towards what would be the front of the house, where the main doors were.
These bodies were likely only killed within the last week or so, accounting for everything. But I don't know if they're more of us or something else. Are there any markings, sigils? Are they just bare, naked corpses? Do we have a giant flesh pile, or?
Roll me perception investigation, actually.
Ooh.
I will spend a mote for my. I spend a scene casing it in an instant.
Okay.
Oh, I think I have that one too.
Yeah, crafty observation method, I believe it is.
Okay, I don't have that one. I have the other one.
Let me. Oh boy.
So, looking around, you do still need to make the roll, though. It sort of
Yes,
speeds it
yeah,
up. Yeah.
I was just going to see how many motes to spend.
Yeah.
So.
It gives you that Sherlock Holmes moment.
No, that's the Mind Palace. That's where I get to do a story-wide investigation, and I'm building up to it. I'm waiting to spend XP on it. Don't worry.
I thought it was discombobulate.
It should be. All right, where are you?
I'm so glad he's getting back to making British gangster movies. Guy Ritchie, I love him. He's great. What's that?
We need tabs for PDFs that you can
just
favorite stuff.
If Adobe cared about their consumers, I think they'd do that. But as we know,
that being
But
said,
they don't.
Yeah, that is a big butt.
yeah.
Oh no, sorry. That one's actually crafty observation method is reconstructing the scene of the crime. We know what happened here. I'm using
Gotcha. I will say one thing real quick that is constantly confounding to me as a GM, as a storyteller for Exalted, more so than I am a player. Whenever anyone mentions a charm, generally speaking, I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Oh, whoops.
Because the thing to remember is that because I have so seldom been a player in Exalted, I have very little knowledge about what the charms do. And that's a solid third of the book.
Right.
Like, I'll look them up and reference them as I need to, but most of my head is full of, like, the rules and crunch and shit of the game, as opposed to the granular charm stuff. So, you could make one up. You could make one up, and I'd be like, yeah, that sounds good.
It actually is crafty observation method is just in the second half of it, where
Gotcha.
it's a handful of seconds. I get essence automatic successes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And I'll take my free full investigation excellency from divine induction technique.
Awesome.
And we're only at 1 essence, so hang on.
Yeah.
That was perception investigation.
Yes, please.
All right, that is so 10. My 1 freebie. I'll just knock that over here on a 7,
And
then
you said it's a full excellency for free?
it's a full excellency
So
for free.
you're
1%.
rolling 20 dice.
20, yes.
What?
I'm not going to. I'm not as much as I want to. I know it's a bunch of bodies and insignias. I'm not going to try and stunt it and take up more of the stream's time. Just going to roll for it.
Do it. It's exalted.
There's no reason to go for like 23 dice.
I had to throw a bad joke on there.
Yep, I
All
see
right.
it.
And I do get with crafty observation.
Crabsty.
Method, you do get double 9s.
Nice.
Crustacean observation method.
So we have 1 9, 1 9, 1 0, 1 0, 1 7, 1 8, 1 7, and 1 8. All right, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 successes.
Hell yeah,
Plus-
brother.
Plus the auto success?
Yeah, plus that's including the auto success.
That's including
13.
the auto success, so 13. Okay.
Yes.
13 successes. You look around in a handful of seconds, looking around at the specific pattern made on the floor, and then looking at the bodies. You actually sort of like move one of the bodies aside, and you find along the wall, sort of pinned up, sort of stuck to the wall, are little strips of flesh, with old realm sigils sort of tattooed into them.
What do they say?
Oh, they're incantations.
Oh, okay. All right.
Part of the ritual here.
Right.
However, there are a few of them are sort of stand out. The edges on one of them appear to be singed. And then going down a little bit further, you feel one that's still kind of slick. As though it were sweating. Like that, just that sort of base level of.
It's not better.
Not sweating.
Well, it's not like it's drenched, but it's like it's damp.
It's a gentle perspiration.
Yeah.
Are they coordinated? Oh, sorry.
And then a little bit further down, you find one that is cooler to the touch than the rest of them. And this leads you to believe that whoever these sacrificial beings were, they were exceptionally powerful dragon-blooded.
Oh.
And each of the strips in the room corresponds with the cardinal directions of the poles.
Cardinal directions of the poles and the elements.
That's
the one you can't find is anything that associates with Earth. But looking back towards the center, towards that the sigil in the ground, while Sova is sort of chipping away at it, you take the little chip of blood that was on the ground, and you smell it, and it smells like fresh tilled dirt.
Go and I take a deep breath and give a long look to the rest of the party. And it's the anchors of this ritual were those of the dragon-blooded.
Oh, so not real exalts.
Carol!
Wow!
I want to note I did not call them people.
Jesus! Or fantasy Jesus!
Sol Invictus. Sol Invictus. Protect us.
Sol Invictus!
I mean, in my defense, they caused all of my friends to die. So,
Yeah, okay.
I will
Do
not
they
argue.
suck monumentally? Yes, but they're still people.
I mean, you're not wrong.
People
They
who
have
are the
one.
worst can still be people.
Hey, can I go back upstairs and see if Jax's body is still there?
Oh,
Sure.
I'll go with you.
Yeah. I long to stab her again.
You head back up. You head back upstairs to the foyer, and yeah, lying there on the ground is Jax's body.
And like,
Good.
Sort of lying in a pool of her own blood. You know, like you do.
Radiant knows that this isn't like Radiant knows that they're being superstitious, but she still gets one of her arrows and just sort of like plunges it into the chest just in case. It's like
Yeah, you do.
You
It's
know.
just- it's stuck there. While the two of you were standing there,
Mhm.
you hear a boom at the door again.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Stova's not exactly chicken shit, but she is absolutely like 5 feet back from the door from where she was when the door bang hit. Just like, like blade out, just like, okay.
It's not retreating like a coward, it's tactically repositioning.
Yeah, exactly. You get me.
I'm in the other room. I didn't see it happen.
We were over on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
I'm in
Uh,
a cloud with craisins.
So, what are you guys gonna? Are you guys gonna respond to it, or head back downstairs, or what?
Still dark as all hell outside, yeah?
That's still one
Yep.
hell of a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, from here, if you would like to take a closer look outside, try to look outside a little bit closer, and like investigate a little bit more outside. I'll allow.
Oh, I looked at my character sheet and remembered I have a thing.
Ooh.
I have danger sense. Do I feel bad about this at all?
About looking outside?
Yeah.
Looking outside, no. There
Okay,
is
good.
danger sense is a merit, yes?
Yes, it is. Hang on, let me find the text.
Danger sense. Indefinable sixth sense warns the character when she is in danger. A definite asset at the time of tumult. She enjoys a bonus die on rolls to detect danger.
Okay, so I have to roll to see if I
Yeah.
feel it.
I was gonna say, like, you definitely played into that by jumping back 5 feet when the door boomed. So that is definitely a danger.
Okay. But yeah, let's what do we roll to look outside?
Give me a perception investigation. Radiant, if
Okay.
you'd like to do that too, you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Straight up investigation?
Perception investigation.
Perception investigation.
Yep.
okay. So I have a question because I no longer have hot dice. Apparently, I
Uh-oh.
got 1 success, but there are 4 ones here.
You got a success. That's all that matters.
Okay, cool.
Ones do not cancel out successes. If you got 0
Okay.
successes and a bunch of ones, we would be having another conversation.
I got 0
Roger,
successes
Dodger.
and a 1.
You botched!
I did botch. Yeah, I did botch. So that's the thing.
Alrighty. Here we go. Sova, you look outside and you see it's still just dark. All you can see is the endless black void. Radiant,
Yeah.
you go to a different window
Oh.
and sort of look around trying to get some more detail about what could possibly be out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you have split seconds to react to a massive, meaty, red-furred fist crashing through the window.
Oh shit. Do I react? Hang on. So what is so that would be like, can I do
You get away from it. You react in time. Like I'm saying, like
Okay.
like you don't see anything, and the thing that's been pounding on the doors has figured out windows.
Oh.
Breaking away at the glass of this window, two things become apparent. Number one, the smell and sounds from outside. The smell is... It smells like roasting meat outside. And not in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the sounds, or it's hard to describe. It's almost like a lack of sound. It's the absence of sound. It's absorbing sound.
Deafening silence, as they say.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay.
Except, of course, for the grunts of the thing that is crawling through the window right now.
Indeed.
What you see before you, crawling through this window, how does the book describe them? Hold on.
Oh dear.
It's one of my favorite creatures to use in combats.
See, if I was upstairs, I'd have made a Dear Evan Hansen joke about it. Knock, knock, knocking on the glass.
A massive, gnarled ape. Tufts of rust-red fur spatter its rubbery black hide, while jagged spurs of black bone jut from its shoulders, spine, and skull. Its heavy, twisted limbs end in great black talons, and its pupilless eyes glow as golden as a snake's. Though its shambling gait appears clumsy, it moves with uncanny speed to match its unnatural strength. When pressing itself to its utmost, that's about sort of what it can do. So, that's less about what you see and more about how it moves. Rubbery black hide, covered in warts and growths, horns and spine, bony horns and spines growing out of wherever it can, and rusty blood red fur at various intervals of its body. What you are beholding is an Erymanthus, also known as a blood ape.
Would I roll a cult or something?
And it has a friend coming in behind it.
Oh, good.
Oh, no.
Awesome.
There
Fantastic.
are two blood apes.
Oh, sick. I'm screaming bloody murder.
I take it we hear that.
Yeah, I'll say you hear that.
All right, sprinting up the stairs.
Like, allons-y.
You get up the stairs, and the two of you see this particular scene. One of them sort of like lumbers forward and said, "You kill lady?"
Point of order.
And so-
Who are they looking at when they say that?
They're sort of looking at the whole crew, all four of you at once.
I'm holding my arrow, like my bow in one hand and an arrow like this. Like, so I'm like this already, but I'm like, to be fair, like it's not like this, but it is like this, like halfway between surrender and fighting.
Sure.
And I'm like, to be fair, she attacked us.
Lady could punch her.
Well, she didn't even really get that going, so, you work for us now. I think I'm gonna try and,
You're still in Beastman form, right?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
am in, hybrid body and beast empowerment transformations are both.
Yep. And Cobalt, you immediately recognize these things. You know what a blood apes are actually fairly common in creation to be used as like they're usually summoned as like bodyguards or sometimes like heavy laborers kind of thing by people that know how to summon demons. But
I'm
Would,
twitching with the fingers, but I'm letting Beryl
Yep.
do its
Sorry,
thing.
Deadly Beastman transformation is the one that I'm in. So
Yep.
I'm in maximum form.
So, you're Deadly Beastman. Okay, shit. They sort of like, Squid Boy make jokes. Squid Boy not funny.
He's a cuttlefish.
And they're gonna try to take a swing at you. Everybody who would like to, roll join battle.
Hell yeah, joined battle. Dawncast, baby.
I was gonna try and use Predator and Prey Mirror. Oh.
What does Predator and Prey Mirror do?
It makes me shift my posture to gain a minor intimacy on the target and appear as either supplicant to them so that they feel pity for me, or to appear as their greatest predator so that they fear me.
Sounds amazing.
Now, can you use excellency on joining battle since I am a general?
Sure.
It's
Okay.
a social charm, though, is the thing. If we're going into combat, I don't know if social attacks would work out.
Oh, you can use social charm. You can use social charms in combat. Do
Fair.
you know how many times I have been in an Exalted game where combat ended because the Eclipse or Zenith cast rolled highest on the initiative and just went, whoa, everybody stop. Trust me.
Fair enough.
It
Okay.
works.
All right. Then yeah, that's it's reflexive, so I'll have to wait till my turn to do it. But
Yeah.
I can appear as their greatest threat, so I'm joining battle.
Alrighty.
So join battle has the automatic 3 successes, right?
Correct.
Yes. And then
I have
wits
11
plus
successes.
awareness.
Awareness.
Oh hell
Did
yeah!
you say 11 successes?
Yes.
That is so many,
Nice.
and this is why you're my buddy.
I'm adding to.
The dice want me to murder her.
All right, cool.
The
Let me mute
dice
my
are
mic
like,
while I
you
drop
haven't
them.
really killed anything.
It's 7
You
and
can
above,
kill
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Jesus, I only have 4 successes.
And 10s
Oh, no.
count for 2.
Huh?
10s count for 2.
10 count for 2.
Yeah, I only have 4 successes. Jesus. What's
And
going
that's with the
on?
+3.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I have 6, so I feel a little better.
Yeah, and I used 2 dice for excellencies as well.
I didn't.
Come on, dice, don't be like that.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
my
wait.
golden ones instead.
Can I use excellencies on join battle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah.
I
Oh
have
shit! Because
because I'm a general, so I mean, like, I hope
Yeah,
I'm good at it.
of my 4 attributes, wits is one of them. Fuck it, I'm gonna cap out with 4 more. Because I can't add the awareness one. I can only add the attribute, which is why lunars are a little weaker. I mean, like
to do a
that and
callback.
6 other reasons.
You're not a real Exalted. It's okay.
Okay, he's still celestial, all right?
Listen,
That
we're
Compared to
counts.
y'all, though, it's not wrong.
Oh, Solar Invictus only likes 3 of us here, and that's okay.
All right, that only gained me one more success, but honestly, it was worth it for the 4 essence dip that I did.
All right.
So I'm at 7 now.
You're at 7. Okay, so 7 for barrel. Reading is at 4. Barrel's at 7. Cobalt, Sova.
I rolled 2 plus my 3 naturally, and then the free 3 from lightning draw method that doesn't cost anything.
Okay.
So that's 8 total.
All right, and Sova.
11 successes. I got 8
That's
successes and
right.
an automatic 3.
11. Okay.
So amazingly.
So,
awesome.
as what I'm beginning to suspect is a trend, Sova, you're going first.
Okay. What? Which dead motherfucker is aiming at him? By him, I mean Barrel. Because,
Say again, sorry.
no, I was, which dead motherfucker's aiming at Barrel?
The one that just yelled, Squid Boy not funny.
Okay, sick. I'm going after him.
Alright.
Because you're not touching my homeboy. So I would have to do Withering first, right?
Yeah, probably. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Especially against these guys. They actually have 0 hardness as sort of a default.
Oh, so I want to do Decisive.
If you want, yeah. I will say they do have more health levels than Jax did.
Is there B?
But I
Yeah.
could start starting at least one of them pretty
Yeah.
good if I do well.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to use Excellent Strike.
Okay.
Let me spend those three essence. I have a question.
Sure.
So since I have the Nightcast thingy where I can spend the extra to make it so I don't glow, if I stop doing that, can I get the essence back?
What do you mean?
If it's an allotment thing, if I let my anima banner go.
Oh no, it's a per expenditure thing.
Okay.
It's a stealth tax basically.
Okay, gotcha. That was my question. Okay. So.
Oh, and don't forget, you guys regain 5 essence, I think, at the end of every round.
Oh, sick. Okay. So I have. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we're spending 3. That's that. Just Excellent Strike is 3 motes. It's reflexive, and oh no, it's supplemental. Sorry, and I gain a success and recurring ones. So the attack is
It's decisive, so it's going to be dexterity melee to hit.
Dexterity melee. Okay.
And don't forget, if you want, stunting is always an option.
Mhm. So how many essence do I have to spend to get the banner to pop?
You can
16.
16, you need to spend 16 peripheral in order to get your anima banner going. I believe you can also just, if you want to manually activate your anima banner, you can just do it by spending 1.
Okay.
I think. I know that used to be a thing in second edition, but
Okay.
You can do your cast mark. You can't get your iconic because you get all of your passives for free.
oh right. Okay, yeah. So no, you have to actually spend the 16.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I was just checking. Let me see. Do I have anything else? No, okay.
Excuse me.
So we're gonna. So that's dexterity.
Melee.
Melee.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 8. 1 auto success. Reroll ones. 8 dice. 6 successes.
6 successes. All right. You that hits. So you charging
Okay.
towards him, blade flying.
Charging towards him, blade flying. This is more blatantly to draw him off of barrel than it is to like
Yeah.
super hurt him real bad.
Sure. All right.
And I'll say, don't be so quick to join the lady you like so much.
Okay. So just that would have been a great stunt before you made the attack roll.
Oh god damn it!
That's
Fair.
Fair.
So
This thing has a lot of moving pieces, man.
it does. I understand. Believe me, I understand that all too well. All right, so go ahead and roll damage, which is going to be your initiative.
Okay.
In this case, is 11.
Okay, sick.
I have such a fun idea for when it's my turn.
Nice. 5 successes.
5 successes.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's see. You wail into him. Hold on a second. We're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You wail on him pretty good. You draw blood a few times, or ichor, whatever this thing has instead of blood. And you definitely have his attention. But he's still standing. You'll be reset to 3 initiative on the next round. And that will bring us to but now it's his turn.
Oh, it's his turn already.
Oh yes.
Fuck.
And let's all right. And it is going to sort of like swat you away with the back of its hand. So that's 6, 7,
Done to defense.
8.
Can I dodge?
Well, you can. What kind of defense do you want to use? Do you want to parry or do you want to evade?
Evade.
Okay.
And you can stunt it as well if you
You can.
describe.
Yeah, okay, hang on. Give me like 2 seconds to think. Okay, so
You got this.
these things are huge.
Yes.
And by dint of them being weird and gross looking, before they move, you can see the shifting in like the skin and bones on their body where they're turning their muscles
Yeah.
to swing. So as I'm already amped up. I just like murdered somebody like not like 15 minutes ago. So I'm still real up on the adrenaline. So this thing came in, I was ready to go, and I see it as the arm turns, I'm already sliding back into like a backflip. So it kind of clears over me, hopefully, as I try to get out of the way. Or it's not quite a backflip, it's more like a backbend. That
Okay.
will complete into a backflip if he doesn't hit me.
All right. Yeah. I'll give that a +1 on your evasion, which brings your evasion to.
Let's see. That's Where is my evasion?
Bottom of the front page.
Yes. +1 is 6 evasion.
Yeah. You matrix right under that hand coming at your face.
Nice.
And he just turns to keep on focusing you down. Next up we have Cobalt.
All right.
Hit him
Cobalt is
with-
going
No,
to reach into their back pocket, pull out handfuls of like firewand dust, start tracing sigils within the air, drawing upon the ambient numerous torches that exist within this place. Being a master of sorcery who has made pacts with the Ifrits, pulling that fire into them to pull sorcerious motes from the very air and fire itself that lights this establishment. But still seeing two of these demons now in a haven of darkness, they shed and burn and rip to shreds their own intimacy towards these creatures of darkness, letting it fuel their soul furthermore, pulling forth that sorcerious energy, trying to conjure one of the famed Garda birds of Gem to launch at these creatures and make a dent in at least the body of a Yozi. And so I'm taking a shape sorcery action for Flight of the Brilliant Raptor.
All right. That was a hell of a description. I will put forward to the group, if we can reach a unanimous decision that is a 3-point stunt.
Yes.
oh yeah.
I'm down.
Okay. So that is it. So that is a 3-point stunt. So go ahead and roll Intelligence Occult with 2 extra dice and 2 automatic successes.
Okay. I will get 3 extra motes from this for my major intimacy of creatures of darkness that I am shedding and lowering to or the lesser level for the scene with my Ifrit affinity, as well as how many motes would I get from the fires and light in the area that I'm drawing in, as I can pull from them as well.
That is a fantastic question. That's part of your sorceress background, right?
Yes, correct.
Your
Torches are 1,
thing.
like fires are 2, bonfires are 3. It will snuff out some of them depending. A bonfire is essentially an unlimited source that you can just keep pulling from, but...
So, we'll say that as you do that, like, the camera goes down the stairs that you just came up from, and, like, one by one, the sconces, sort of, they don't completely extinguish, but they definitely gutter. They sort of, they diminish down to the red glass orbs that are fueling them, down to, like, just barely sort of, they went from, like, sort of torchlight to, like, a lighter. And as you sort of draw the motes from those, I will say that will get you. That'll get you we'll call that an extra 3 motes. Why not?
All right, extra 3. All right, I'll just mark those over here.
Let's
so
go.
That's at 6 motes
Yes.
off the base. I'm not gonna spend any extra on this because I might have enough, but it's decisive, so I kind of don't want to throw it all out right now. But if I can 1-turn it, here we go. Well, it's not going to be 1-turning it, because on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, on 12 dice, I rolled a success.
One success.
I rolled 1 9.
Okay, you did get 2 automatic successes, so that puts you up to 3.
Sorry. So that's all right. So 2 automatic, 3, 9. So that is, I have 9 sorcerious motes in my pool right now.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And that's
that's my action for my turn as I'm
Yep.
gathering that sorcerous energy.
Yep. No, that's the thing with sorcery. Whenever I talk about sorcery to anybody, I describe it like Goku doing the Kamehameha wave. Like you have to take a little bit of time going Kamehameha, and then in a couple of turns you get to go ha.
I'll see about buying you time.
Thank you.
All right, so that puts you there. Next up, we have Beryl and the second ape going at the same time.
Ooh. Interesting. All right. Is it a rollsy or roll off or?
No, you're basically both going to be acting at the same time, and you are both. If you were both attacking each other, this is when we would do a clash. And that basically becomes opposed attack rolls. Whoever gets the more successes succeeds.
Fair. So I will, instead of the expected, I'm going to be doing something very silly. First, tapping off Perfect Symmetry, which is a reflexive charm that amplifies my appearance by 1, and then waives the cost of Glance Oration Technique, which will be coming up in a second. The second, Predator and Prey Mirror for a total of 8 motes, all of which will be peripheral so that my mark begins. And I will appear as a threatening assessor and auditor from Yushan itself to these blood apes, and I will just shout, "You insolent fool!" And I will pull out the key ring that was the lady's keys. You think we came uninvited? She failed her assessment as a manse requires every 100 years to maintain a certain standard of first-age reliquaries and artifacts, and has such forfeited her position. When I said, "You work for us now," I was not being funny. Now, would you like my friends here to continue the jokes, or will you stand down? And I will just threaten the hell out of him.
Hell yeah.
I need you to roll. Hold on.
As high as you can. No.
Yeah. First things first. This is going to be manipulation performance.
Some of my favorite things. I've got good points in this. I will be
there. You hold on, because you are gonna
excellency will be involved.
Yeah, and there's depending on how high your appearance is, that may give you some extra bonuses. Give me 2 seconds to look.
It's currently 6.
All right, social influence.
I am hotter than hot can be. Sexy Squidward.
Yes.
Gonna be 10 dice. Oh, and glance orator technique.
And two. That's a 2-point stunt. Two extra dice and an auto success.
Delightful. So glance oration technique. I can, with body language, communicate complex meanings. So what you all get out of my body language as I am drumming up this speech is, hold on, I think I can talk these chumps into just walking it back, and maybe helping us. So I will just re-roll 2 that fail because I can't find an 11th and 12th D10 at the moment. But let's see, that's not awful so far. And 2 more. Ooh, that's a 0. Yay. Okay, so we're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. Oh, plus the 2. 10 successes.
Yeah.
I was built to lie.
That's my best friend. No.
Okay, so you got me in a bit of a conundrum at the moment. Because on one hand, that's a hell of a roll. And there's something gleeful, like just beautifully effective of basically JoJoing them to death. However, you said this was a threatened action, correct? You were trying to threaten them?
Well, intimidation and seduction are two of my presence things, and it's not a presence roll. So actually, it's not so much intimidate. It is just stand down. You're in front of bigger fish.
Threaten is a specific action.
Oh, okay.
This is from page 217 in the book, and I'm just going to read this as is. When all else fails, pain and intimidation are brutally effective motivators. Sometimes also called an intimidate action, threaten works like a bargain. You can convince people to do things without having to appeal to their intimacies, only rather than offering something they want, you present them with something they don't. Usually the threat of bodily harm, although social blackmail, economic ruin, and general intimidation will also do the job. It can also be used as an instill action, which gives the target a tie of fear towards you, or intensifies an intimacy he already has. For a threatened action to be effective, the target must be more afraid of the consequences of refusing you than he is of whatever you want him to do. If the target has any awe or fear-based intimacies you're aware of, that's usually a good place to start.
I created a fear-based intimacy with Predator and Prey Mirror.
Okay, that works. All right, that so
Yes. It's a minor intimacy, but
right. Okay, so that means So it's there's okay,
they can totally say no.
I love this game, but it can be really frustrating sometimes. And you also rolled high enough to basically, you crushed their social defenses, like just obliterated them. Like their resolve is 3, their guile is 1. Like it's, I will say they are definitely afraid of you, and. Okay. Well, the one that was about to sort of come in to swing at you does step back, sort of holds its punch for a minute. It almost seems more out of confusion than you have convinced it what you said was true, kind of thing. It's more an aura than the actual specific threat. I will say that, and you get that. You understand what you did in that regard.
Okay.
You understand that it was not the specific threat of divine reprimand. It's just kind of like, you made your voice big. I don't like that.
Fair.
So that means they have an intimacy of fear against you. So
yes.
It gives him enough pause to give, and so it is going to impart a penalty on his attack. But he is still going to try to do a wild swat at you.
Agile beast defense, yo.
All right. What parry or evasion?
This is definitely parry. I'm not that. I don't think I'm that quick, but I am able to parry lethal with Agile Beast defense.
Okay.
And it costs 1. Yeah.
All right. So what is your parry?
I am going to. So he, makes the attempt to swing. I am going to use an object of his lady's property and wrap the roll of keys around my knuckles, almost like a set of brass knuckles, and I'll just counter move directly into it and try and hit at an apex force, deflecting it away in a full, brawling strike back, while shouting, "You'd dare!"
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a +1 on your parry for that.
I like it. I like it a lot. Agile Beast defense might do a little more than that. Let me see. Let's see. Agile. Yep. Okay. Can parry lethal one-handed. If the attacker's initiative is lower than mine or has rolled any 1s, I gain +1 to a defense. So if any 1s were rolled, then that's a boon, but otherwise, nah.
Oh, because he did roll a 1, so
Hey.
so that's 1 more to your defense.
I'll take it. So my parry is currently at 4, and then you said a +1 for that, so 5. That's not terrible.
Okay. It is going to just hit. No.
Oh, right. There's no roll. It's just the numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's fair. My soak's a little higher in hybrid form. Or is this a decisive?
No, this is withering. What is your
Okay.
soak?
In hybrid, 9.
That's a hell of a lot of soak.
Reinforced buff jacket on top of being a very burly squid man.
All right. That is
Mhm.
so, that is going to be 3 damage to you.
Oh, wow.
On withering.
Oh, right. So that's just 3 to my initiative.
Yep.
That's not that bad.
So that's going to put you down to 4 at the next round, and him up to 10.
Now, I think the only question I have is, can I reflexively ink him?
You made me ink.
I took that ability. I have an ink sac as well as a venom gland.
I love
Oh,
you
just
for
at
that.
you're still on mute.
Oh, thank you. I was like, that sounds like a charm you should make, but I didn't even know they had that.
It's not even a charm. It's just mutations that I took from my hybrid body.
Too many charms.
And last in this round, but certainly not least, Radiant.
Yes.
Cool. Light a bitch up. So I will be using. Let me pull 8 different things up. Oh, sorry. You know how it is. So I will be using. Miss Scusi.
You're good.
I will be using with my Heart Song bow and fiery arrow attack. It is a divisive only, but I can charge my arrow with essence, and the Exalt fires a heavy shot that rends the air as it passes onto my target, lighting the arrow on fire. If the arrow strikes flammable materials of... Sorry? I love allergy
Bless you.
season. The fire is natural and may spread to surrounding objects. When using divisive attack against a target, it adds 1 automatic success to the damage roll. If the attack does at least 3 health levels of damage, the target catches on fire and must contend with my essence lethal dice of damage every turn until he's able to extinguish himself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. So when you said light a bitch up, you meant quite literally.
I mean light a bitch up.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be a decisive attack. So you're going to roll. It is going to be dexterity archery.
So cool. So it's gonna be dexterity and archery with and we do damage after, right? Okay.
Yes.
So my dex, so it's 5 plus 4.
Did you want to stunt it or use an excellency?
Oh, I'm gonna stunt it and
please.
use an excellency.
Please do.
So she gets her heart song bow, which is that beautiful crimson red, and then she notches an arrow, and using her red and golden essence, she flows from her heart. That flows from her heart. It just it doesn't ignite when it is on the arrow. It actually, the essence, like, pumps into the fletching.
Okay.
So that as the arrow flies, it ignites as soon as it hits the air. And the air itself around the arrow starts to just glimmer with heat.
Ooh, very cool.
But as she sees this giant, gross monster thing, she breathes in, and you can see the smoke come into her steam come into her nose, and she breathes out, and that's when the glimmer of heat, like that radiant heat that comes out of fire comes out of her hands and onto the fletching of the arrow.
Very nice. I'll give you a 2-point stunt for that. 2 dice, so you get 2 more dice and an automatic success.
Cool. So, and then it's my dex plus my archery.
Yes.
So that's 9 plus 2, which is 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I don't count out loud, it doesn't work.
The maths on that, yeah.
Are 10s double?
On the attack roll, yes.
Cool. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 1 automatic success, right?
Yes.
So 8.
8 successes. That hits.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll 4 dice for your damage, because this is a decisive attack.
One, 2, 2.
2 successes, and you do get an automatic success because it's a fiery arrow attack. So
That is true.
That
and
is going.
Is any part of them flammable?
Well, not by itself, no. But that, because with the 2 successes you rolled and the 3rd automatic, that is going to be 3 health levels to it. So he does catch on fire.
So he has to continue to.
Which one are you targeting?
Was there one that hurt anyone yet, or?
No, none of them has really hurt anyone, but one of them has been hurt.
Is there one that's okay? One has been hurt.
And I'll let you know right now. They unless they decide to put themselves out right now, they will die next round. Because they currently have 4 health levels.
On the hurt one, or on
the hurt one?
Yeah, I'll do the hurt one.
All right, 2, and that's lethal. So.
Word.
All right, which brings us to the top of the round. So everybody regain 5 essence.
Woo!
Okay.
Now it's time for the ape that attacked Beryl.
And it's now faster than me. For the sads.
Yep. Excuse me. Let's see what we can do here with some of its abilities.
I'm in danger.
No, it's just 2 claw attacks and a bite attack. It's fine. All the abilities are the same.
Wrong game.
Also, Will, I might have miscalculated. Apparently, I add my strength to my natural soak on top.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. I'll remember it for the next round.
Sure. Good, because he's gonna try to swing at you again.
Yeah, my strength's 5, so my soak's not 9; it's 14.
Jesus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
My goal is to not get hit. If I get hit, my goal is to not let it bother me. If it bothers me, my goal is to make them feel really bad about it socially later on in public.
Hey, don't let bullies bother you. Just don't.
You're still gonna be parrying stuff, yes?
That's the aim, yes.
And what is your parry?
My parry is 4.
4. Okay, he's gonna swipe at you with go for another claw attack.
Okay. So, in response to claw, I'm going to like rebuff the keys in, but this time also completely swirl my tentacly squiddy arm so that it starts to enrapture the arm and then twist out to kind of just spin out the momentum.
Okay. I'll give that a +1.
Okay, 5 then.
Well, he rolled a 6 this time.
Sucks. It's okay.
So that's 9, 10, 11.
And yeah, Adrilby's defense because I need to be able to survive.
14, 15.
Ideally.
And what is your what was your soak again? You said.
My soak is 14 now.
Big cuttlefish. Cuddly fish.
So,
I missed the with Deadly Beast transformation. She adds strength to raw damage of withering, feats of strength, natural soak, and then treats strength as essence higher for determining feats of strength.
This is what I'm rolling for.
That.
This is what I'm rolling for damage.
2 of them.
Fair enough. I'll take 2.
2 big dice.
Yep.
And it's actually 3 damage.
Oh, darn it! So but I have not crashed.
You're not crashed, yes, and that you'll be at 1 next round. You do still have your round to get through to potentially get yourself back up.
True. Yes.
Oh
yeah, because technically this is a new round, and like it has to get to me at 1.
Yep. Meanwhile, the other ape's turn. He is on fire.
Hey, little mama.
And he is in a lot of. He is flailing around. He gets down to 1 knee and immediately starts like swatting at his body to try to like move it all away, to try to get it off kind of thing. But you know what? It's not enough. He collapses. Still burning.
That's gonna smell bad.
That's 1 ape down. Which brings us to Cobalt. Your turn.
Oh, that's right, because Sova went decisive.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay. So, as the ape goes down, still on fire, Cobalt continues weaving their spell. Using the flames from Radiant Star's arrow and my Ifrit ability, I draw it out towards myself as the last vapors of life and breath escape along with it into the energy that I'm putting forth to draw this righteous phoenix that will end these creatures of darkness before us. I let my aura flare as I channel in my own essence, drawing upon the occult learnings of Bridget who came before us, bleaching the very ground with the power of the sun that I am having my essence channel forth. And I'm trying to do a full excellency occult shaping action because I just want to do this.
Absolutely.
I totally did that on purpose.
Hey, teamwork.
Hey, teamwork. High five.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So as you draw in that the fire from the burning blood ape, and the putrid smoke starts swirling in with the orb, and it begins taking shape into that bird, sort of flying in and around this miniature sun forming in front of you. It begins to take on a more defined shape, and that putrid smoke becomes the vapor trails coming off of the bird's tail feathers, and part of that flame turns this bright, vibrant green in the bird's eyes.
And how many motes is that fire worth on that ape?
We'll call that. I'm gonna call it just one because it is on. It was
No
sort
worries.
of like it was getting down there a little bit, but yeah.
Absolutely. Just helpful to ask.
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course.
All right, so this is my shape sorcery action then. 4. And do I get any stunt dice for that shape sorcery action?
Yes, that's. I'll call that a 2-point stunt again. That's so
All right.
2 extra dice and an automatic success.
Okay. All right. And I can do math. Yep, there we go. This is still coming from my personal pool.
Okay.
Sorry. A lot of math. Okay, yep. All right. Oh, that's what I like to see. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. That's 17. So I'm 2 above. So it then would go off
Okay.
with the expenditure of a willpower point. Actually, I'm sorry. That didn't come from personal because I was bleaching the ground with that narrative that came from peripheral.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going full bonfire. I'm spending 10.
All right. So you're going iconic.
I'm going iconic because I'm spending another 10 to get my full pool benefit from the perception occult attack.
Okay.
It's a decisive attack.
All right. So what does your anima banner look like?
So you see a beautiful blue, azure blue and gold Garda bird that stands over a top like a hauberk armor, but tendrils flowing off of it as it moves in swift directions. Its eyes, like piercing golden glows, look about for danger for those in need. You sense, even from looking at it, those of creatures of darkness would see someone scouring them out, yet those in want of hope and wonder and a symbol would find succor and reverence.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, go ahead. It's a decisive attack. So I believe that you're gonna roll your initiative here, right? Or what is it? What is the damage?
No, I don't. I now roll the attack.
Okay. So yeah, perception occult to attack.
Yep. All right. So I'm just absolutely trying to assure that I hit this fucking thing.
Absolutely.
So. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That super hits.
All right.
The Brilliant Raptor embodies the sorcerer's will with a base lethal damage equal to her initiative plus current temporary willpower. How many dots of willpower do you have right now?
Right now I have 5.
5? Didn't you spend some willpower earlier?
Every time you do a 2-point stunt, you get them back.
That's correct too.
I got you.
Yep. All right, so that means you are going to be rolling. Your initiative is 8, so you're going to be rolling 13 dice.
All right, 1, 2, 3,
for this attack.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you can't spend a willpower on damage, can you?
I think you can actually. I think.
Oh yeah, screw it. Like absolutely done.
Go for it.
Like we're ensuring at least one. All right. All right.
I would just.
Okay.
I would like to point out while you're rolling your dice that Flight of the Brilliant Raptor is to Exalted what Fireball is to Dungeons and Dragons. So you literally just said, I didn't ask how big the room was.
Use the fire from the other dude to cast fire on this dude. That's 1.
The classic, I'm gonna hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
1, 2, 3. That is 6 damage.
6 damage.
And
1,
he becomes
2,
a bonfire.
3, 4, 5, 6. So we have another motherfucker on fire. On top of that, I believe evoking elemental majesty birds resets as long as they're there. Oh, it doesn't have the environmental effect anymore.
No, it's just
boom. Yeah.
No, he is an environmental effect as a bonfire.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Yep.
Let me just make sure the size on a bonfire.
About 1 industrial pallet, 2 if you're feeling greedy.
Yeah.
Boo. This isn't bear mace. God.
You know what? I'll say you're Sova's far enough away from him to not have to roll anything to, worry about that.
Kind and benevolent to him.
He did. He's in melee with me though, so like.
No, the other one. The other one was in melee with you.
Got it.
So I just channel my essence.
No, wait, I'm sorry. This one is in melee. This is the one that is in melee with you. The one that was in melee with Sova is the one that got shot down by Radiant.
He's dead.
Yes,
yeah,
that's right. So
I'm sorry, Bardic.
So Beryl,
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to roll dexterity plus dodge to try to duck out of the way of this thing.
Oh lord.
Oh boy.
Of the explosion, basically.
Fair enough. I will flip my coat in front of me and protect my manuscript of romance novel that I'm working on actively underneath my torso and just try and reshape my body into a sphere using the cephalopod gelatinousness and just roll myself as far away as I can.
I kind of love that, actually.
Now.
All right, go ahead and take 2 extra dice on that for the stunt.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'll add a willpower if I have to, but 8, 0, another 8, another 8. Okay, so we're at 5 already. That's not too bad. Did I have to dodge Cobalt's attack number? Because that's impossible. But...
No, it's the bond. It's not you being directly targeted.
Right, no,
It's the bonfire effect.
yeah.
All right. How do I do with 5?
5, oh, that's plenty. Yeah, you easily managed to roll yourself away. I love that comment, Aster. Strahd is my witness. Beryl would be my fave character in this anime.
He's intended to be silliest boy.
All right. Which brings us finally, right? Because that was Yeah, that brings us down to.
I think Scout would go before me, right?
Yeah. It's going to be Scout and Radiant at the same time. So,
or Radiant or me? Are we still in round 1, or is this 2?
No. This is round 2.
Okay, so I'm last.
No, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, Beryl, it is your turn. You get to go. You do go first. Before that.
Oh, okay. Because Scout and Radiant are top of the line, then, or.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
So Scout and Radiant both opened with decisive attacks, so that means they're both at initiative 3. You're at initiative 4 right now. I was misreading my own notes because I forgot that you had been attacked this round. So next round you'll be at 1 at the moment. However, you're still at 4 for now.
Oh, right. Okay, got it.
So it's only at the end of. It's not as it goes.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's because in order to keeping track of that, trying to keep track of that in actual time would be way too much. So that's why it's like we basically at the end of every round, I will take the initiatives and sort of rework them.
I saw that and I was like, well, so.
All right.
Okay,
this
so
may be my...
I do want to acknowledge the comment in chat real quick. Here's the thing: if anyone else had asked that question, I would have begun the explanation of like, "Oh, thanks for joining us, friend. We're actually playing a different game entirely." But no, it's improv GM. Yeah.
Yeah. We know, Michael.
Oh, okay.
That's genius.
Thank you, Michael.
It is sass with honor and respect.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
I didn't know this person, which is why I was like, well.
If Errol gets one more attack likely before combat ends, I think he's going to go as bizarre as possible.
Sure.
So, finishing his cannonball roll, he'll be 1 range increment outside of melee, but because of one of the abilities that I took with my hybrid transformation, that is still technically melee for a squid. So I will be extending my body into my tentacle arms, and one of them in particular will be like almost a whiplash, and I'll just be swiping it in the face of this burning blood ape as a distraction. Just, you could have kneeled, you could have worked under us, you could have listened to any of the words that we've said, and ended this on your feet. But instead, and the entire time, his mass and muscle is being pulled into the other arm for a haymaker, and you just see his body completely shift like a, trebuchet, arm underneath, and just barreling straight into the stomach of this thing. He cannonball punches it into the stomach with most of his body mass at the end of a tentacle going, "You'll end on your back."
Oof.
Is Beryl single? Just wondering.
Yeah, okay, I really do everything. I don't like giving out more than 1 3-point stunt per session because it sort of cheapens them. It diminishes them. That it should be one of those fuck yes moments. But that was enough of a fuck yes moment that's a 3-point stunt, okay? Like
Thank you.
you seriously
I'm
like
so proud.
like if you were playing Tony Hawk Pro Anime, you just did a JoJo into One Piece, okay?
This
Congratulations,
is why
you have formed a new sentence.
Yeah.
He's in the anime multiverse right now, existing
Yes.
constantly.
All right. So that is it is a withering strength attack because all of my attacks on withering are strength based, and all of my strength are amped in Beastman form because I'm built to do two things well: lie and haymaker people while a
That's-
squid.
Almost like you're playing a Luna or something.
Yeah. So, oh god, it is normally a 12 or a 14 dice pool on unarmed deadly beastman transformed, so that is a 17 dice pool.
Okay. And this is Withering?
Yeah, this is
Okay,
withering. Oh
okay.
yeah, I am ending this person's career in initiative order.
Sure.
And
Without excellencies?
Yeah, let's just tap on 5 of those if I can with strength. Sorry, dice pool's now is now 22 because I'm insane.
Let's go.
I love that of just like without excellency. Oh right, I have excellencies. Hold on.
If it's not overkill, it's not exalted. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Alright, so it's 2, 4,
Oh,
6,
that's a good
8,
tagline.
and 12 dice rolled so far, and we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay.
So let me just 10 more dice, and I'm at 7 successes so far. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Y'all have been not favoring me right now, so I'm a little sad, but that's better.
Bro, 12,
8.
12 dice and 1 success. Like, that was harsh.
All right, that is 11 successes.
11 successes. Okay.
Yes.
That's going to put you up to 13 for the next round. And it's going to put him down to 2.
I love it when the game swaps around.
Pretty much. But before we get to that next round, we have Radiant and Sova to get through.
Yes. And he's almost at initiative crash, which I think makes it easier on them.
It's actually not going to make it any easier because the big effect of it being in initiative crash is that your hardness is 0. These guys have hardness 0 anyway.
Right. Fair.
So yeah, Sova and Radiant, you guys are going at the same time.
Okay, okie dokie. Let's see what I got here.
Oh, and hold on. Because that's going to be 1 on the onslaught, and the second is going to make for a second. So that means he's going to be at... you know what? If you're going to attack him, just roll damage.
Okay.
Between the onslaught penalties of you two ganging up on him in the same round, and the injury penalty, and the onslaught penalties from barrel hitting him, and his injury penalties, both of his defenses are 0 or lower.
What do I roll? How many dice do I roll for damage?
It should be strength plus weapon damage.
Well,
Right?
do you want to do withering or decisive?
May as well go decisive. Yeah.
You could
If I'm using my fiery arrow, then it's only decisive.
Yeah, then it's got to be decisive if you fire it. If you're going to keep that fire burning.
Keep on burning. Sorry.
Is Proud Mary going to keep on turning?
Yeah.
Listen, it's a good song.
So,
All right, don't judge.
Very good
me.
song.
so can Aster,
Yeah.
I would like to pitch a combined stunt since we are both whooping his ass.
Go off, queen. Yes.
So basically, Sova will call out to Radiant and like gesture upwards and kind of start like running at you. And I'm sure as a general you know that means give me a lift.
Yeah.
Sick. So Radiant throws Sova up into the air, and after that, she starts aiming the shot for the flaming arrow. So
Yeah.
as Sova comes down with the stab, in the wound that comes in the wake of the stab down, that's where Radiant's
That's
arrow
where I
hits.
shoot. Yeah.
All right. Roll. Yeah, each of you roll your 3 dice. Because it's initiative is damage. If you're talking to us, Dylan, you're muted.
Right. I was just saying, and because they both reset to initiative 3 from doing decisive strikes last round, it would be 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Still
could be
pretty good.
fucking joking.
3 zeros.
Oh, I didn't get any successes. Yeah.
Oh.
No successes and 1-1.
Well, fortunately, there's no penalty for botching a damage roll.
Okay.
Sick.
It
But it looks so cool, though. No,
did look so cool.
Extremely whack behavior, dice.
Well, he is on fire. So let me roll to see if he can put himself out. Actually, no, because we're going back to the top of the initiative, which brings us to Beryl.
So we're on the ground floor in front of the balcony, right?
Correct.
So, to be extra absurd, for a decisive attack, Beryl's going to go, all right, time to live up to my name, and then squid arms up to the balcony to wrap, and I'm going to pull myself back first like a slingshot, using all of the extension and tendonness of the cuttlefish arms, and then just fire myself into the ape at full velocity for a decisive strike.
All right. For decisive. Okay, so on the attack roll, you can do, that's dexterity brawl.
Oh yeah.
To hit, right?
I believe. Let me double check. But I think always strength. Yeah, strength
Always
for all
strength.
attack die. Thanks to deadly claw blow, but that's a permanent feature.
Sure. Okay.
So strength brawl.
Yep. So strength brawl with 2 dice for this, 2 dice and 1 auto success for the stun.
Okay. I'll need to roll 2 more after this, but let's see. That is.
And he is still under the effect of his onslaught penalties because those don't reset until his turn.
Oh, and good God. All right, rolling 2 more. Okay, nothing extra from those. So we are at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the auto success.
To hit? Yep. Easy hit.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll your 13 dice for damage.
Okay. It's 1. Zeros do not count double for this.
Correct.
Okay. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. So just roll these more. Oh, good God. Okay. How's 7 feel?
Ooh.
7 damage.
Yeah. At 0 hardness, I have a feeling that's a bad day.
That's yeah. How do you want to do this?
I believe I extinguish the flame that was its life as I smear it into a wall, and you just see a Looney Tunes flat pancake version of its scorched body just ribbon and fall down to the ground.
And as this sort of comically flattened blood ape hits the ground and begins to burn up, these things evaporate. They
Yes.
burn to nothingness in no time. The one that Radiant, the one that you burned earlier, has also dissipated into nothingness, leaving behind, char marks on the ground. And you have and that's ends that combat. You have defeated a pair of blood apes. In the meantime, you hear something outside through the window. Something that sounds like metal on metal. Like a chain.
A cobalt, is that supposed to be here?
You're
You're on
muted.
mute still.
It sounds like chains rattling together.
Yeah,
Can I occult or lore on
You wanna go
demons involving chains?
Are you going to go check it out, or?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
so-
I'm gonna go and try
Okay.
and get close over to it.
You get out there, and you see what looks like a moonsilver claw dug into the ground just outside the window.
Oh,
And
oh, that's a good thing.
and a long metal chain stretching up farther than you can see into the sky.
That's Moonsilver's my folk, so that could be help.
Well, that's a good sign.
Internally, I'm like, this better not be the whale. If it's the whale, I'm so excited. Sorry.
No, I know that Exalted. I remember that from a different campaign.
Beryl, I think some of your people are outside, but I don't know where they're coming from. It disappears into the sky?
Neat. I'm good at climbing. Let me check it out. And I will try and, essentially go towards the Moonsilver claws that I can see in the chain.
You're going to start climbing the chain, you said?
Yeah.
As you get up there and start climbing it, you feel a tug. As though you pull down to put your weight on it, and it tugs back. Like there's something on the other end of it that's trying to pull up.
Oh, hold a tick. Silva, you first. And I just, this might be a rope out. I always look out for you first.
fine. She'll go to climb the chain.
Sova, as you get on, you climb onto the chain, and once again, just like I described with Beryl, you grab onto it, and you sort of pull, and you put your weight onto it, and it pulls back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it really pulls.
Mm-hmm.
The Moonsilver Claw dislodges from the ground, sending you sailing into the air, holding onto this chain. Radiant, Beryl, and Cobalt, you see Sova holding onto this chain fly into the sky and disappear.
That might have been the only way out for now, but that's my little sibling, so job done. Do I still feel them through the weave, essence active?
You still feel the emotional connection to them that sort of comes with being their mate, but it's more distant.
Hmm.
Sova. you were holding on for dear life onto this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it drags you through the sky. And as you sort of sail upward, you see a light above you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're pulled into that light, you look down, and you are, as you're looking down where you came from, you see a massive cavern with jagged edges, sort of, canyon, a massive canyon, with jagged edges on either side. And the farther away from it, the more like a giant maw it resembles. And above you burns a green sun. And and as you look towards that, and you watch the chain to where it ends, it sort of comes to a dead stop in the sky there, and it pulls you through that dead stop area.
Oh.
And now you're on the other side of the sky, and you see a familiar red sky with black clouds over a vibrant, sickly green sea, being pulled away from a mountain-sized diamond surrounded by flaming white spheres. And you come crashing down onto a boat. And the captain of the ship, or you assume they're the captain because they're dressed the nicest, will come over to you and sort of like look down at you sprawled out on the floor, on the deck of the ship. Holy shit, I wasn't expecting to actually get one. How do you know he's the captain? He hasn't got any shit on him. Thank you, Michael. Captain removes his tri-corner hat, under which there is a golden circle with a golden ring with a golden circle on the inside.
Seen it?
Eclipse.
Oh, eclipse.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Friend-shaped human. Or not human.
Kitty cat.
Oh yeah, this is Tux.
Oh. Hi, Tux.
Admiral Sand at your service. That I hope you don't mind, friend, but if you just came out of that means if you just came out of there, that means you're of stronger stuff than any of the folks that we already lost. So, how do you feel like joining a war? And that's where we're gonna cut.
Wow.
Barrel's rule is protect the bestie. Your safety mattered more than his.
So, thank you everyone for coming to play. Take 5 regular experience for showing up. Expression bonus. Did anybody play up any intimacies this time? Cobalt, I know you did with your hatred of the creatures of darkness. That's pretty much going to be a bog standard throughout this one.
I did not mean it to be that way.
You kind of, it's like, but and that's fine. I walked into that one. We'll put it that way. Beryl, which one did you play up this time?
The positive relationship with Sova as the solar mate. It is my job to make sure that they were, able to continue their quest for the unconquered sun, even at the expense of myself.
All right, yeah, take 2 lunar experience for that.
I did jump into the fight straight up because one of them was targeting Beryl.
Yep.
Like,
all right, you can gain 2 2 solar experience for that. Radiant, did you play up an intimacy this time?
I don't think so.
Okay. You did get to kick some ass, though, so you will get 2 solar experience for doing that as our resident Dawncast. Cobalt, you collected the book from our fallen Immaculate Punk, which I'll put that's definitely a Twilight thing to do. So,
I'd give more credence to uncovering an ancient ritual involving
and the investigation, yes.
dragon-blooded.
Absolutely,
yes,
yep.
That's more befitting.
Yeah, definitely. Well, both are really. It's and Beryl for doing Sova for straight up assassin's creeding, for fucking Altairing the Jax at the beginning of this session. You'll get 2 solar experience for that.
Literal perfection.
Yeah. And Beryl,
Oh.
did I exploit a legal system? I think I lied about exploiting a legal system.
Yeah, you kind of lied about exploiting.
But is
But
that
that
not
still
exploiting
applies.
the system?
You tried.
Legal systems are only what you make of them.
You tried to exploit a legal system. Unfortunately, it was the laws of not the country you were in.
That's fair. And the targets were not smart enough to know that I threatened them with something serious.
Right. Well, no. It's not even that. It's that they're demons and they don't give a shit about the laws of heaven.
Oh yeah, fair.
But yeah, that you tried, but it didn't really work.
What's funny is I was going to use Magpie Resource to procure a badge if I needed to prove my identity as a Yushan inspector. My badge.
So much.
And finally, learning curve.
I already know too much, though. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to give two spoilery learning curves here. Number one, for at least for the next for the foreseeable future of this saga, we have lost a major player in that this is Scout's final session with us for the foreseeable future. Thank you ever so much, Scout, for joining us on this in this adventure.
I appreciate y'all having me.
It has been a treat to finally get to share a table with you, so thank you so much.
But on that note, another learning curve is we will be meeting a new friend in a couple of weeks. Because we have another player joining our table to round out our circle. You will meet them in the foreseeable future. Don't ask me what character they're playing because we haven't worked on that yet. But the next session will not be for another 2 weeks anyway. Because a majority of us are going to be at PAX East. If you enjoy the show and you see us at PAX East, feel free to. I will say, at least feel free to say hi to me. I can't speak for anyone else, but they may have their own opinions about being said hi to. Feel free to say hi to me. I'll probably have my commander decks on me. Challenge me to a game. You'll probably beat me.
I'm social. Say hi.
Oh, you play commander? Oh, we're doing this.
Yep.
They unbanned coalition victory, so
I
Charles
know.
Water deck is
I
back
know.
in, man.
Are you kidding? That is like that is Coalition Victory is my favorite Magic card of all time.
Oh, right there.
High five. Yes, it is. I'm building a Jared Carthalion deck for it. Five color Super Friends, baby. I am going to be the biggest problem at the table. Anyway,
I understand
Wow.
some of these words.
but with those learning curves out of the way, does anyone else have any predictions?
I got a far-fetched one.
Okay.
All right. So whatever Espada Azul's reincarnation was, it was part of a cult in the Immaculate Order that probably was even put there by the Yozis, because they had willing sacrifices of powerful dragon-blooded of each of the elements which would indicate some level of coercion in some way. To get that level of power to work together, especially with the discrepancies between the houses itself, shows that there is a larger thing at work here than just kidnapping people.
Okay.
That's
It's
my Twilight brain. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta.
kind of piggybacking off of that. I think the group's capture. I can't say R anymore. Is an escalation basically. So like with the ritual having like all the dragon-blooded like pieces of people, I think maybe before Jax was taken out, maybe for another like retainer of she who stands in her name.
She who lives in her name.
She who lives in her name. I was almost there. She who lives in her name is like trying to collect solars for a similar ritual, like over there or maybe elsewhere in the Mance castle thing.
Okay. Cerci?
It's more of an observation, but I think it's interesting that there's definitely been like it definitely seems like other Exalts have been looking for this place. Like, we weren't here on accident. Like, it doesn't seem like... I'm starting to think less and less that we were kidnapped, because someone came looking for us, and... By kidnapped, I mean, I don't think we were, like, snatched off the street or anything.
Sure.
I think we came looking for it, and then were maybe snatched at the last minute, who knows, but we came looking for it, because Neon found themselves on a ship of another Exalt, and, someone's coming down to find us, so it seems like this is a thing that maybe Exalts are talking about and have been trying to deal with for some time behind the scenes.
Okay.
If I had to place my speculations, I think that the way out is probably at the deepest part of the Mance. So we have to go through a considerable, like, time and reality bending maze. And that there is no real sussing out any rhyme, reason, or rationality to the order of things. It's just we will face continually harder resistance until we get to a final gate or door or breakable object that essentially fractures the Mance, which will cause me to go insane, but that's okay. Because I don't like destroying art. In fact, that is the thing I hate the most, but I think the only way out is through, and it has to be by destroying the structure.
All right. Yeah, there was brilliant stuff from all you guys for that learning curve. So yeah, everybody take an extra point.
Cool. Is that in standard or in lunar?
Exalted. So lunar in your case, solar for everybody else.
All right. That's 11 then. Nice.
All right. So I am going to let our intrepid heroes share where you can find them on the internet while I go look for someone to raid. I think, given that this is Scout's final session for the time being, we're going to go counterclockwise this time so that we'll have so save the best for last. So Giuseppe, go ahead and start.
Hey, I'm Modern Artifice everywhere on the internet. I do dice, tabletop accessories. Do you mind me giving a shout out to the thing I'm doing this month?
Go for it. That is your time to do this. This is
Well,
your time
thank
to do
you.
that.
So I'm working with the Take This organization. They asked me to partner with them, and for the month of May, I'm doing a limited edition Take This dice set. And half of all the proceeds that are raised from this are going directly to them, and it features the mental health awareness ribbon, and it's just on my website. I'm Modern Artifice everywhere, but yeah, just putting it out there. We need to keep being strong for each other, and when anyone rolls initiative, we all roll together.
Yep. Cerci, what about you?
Hi, I'm Cerci. I'm Aster Hollow on everything. I do crafting and recycled artwork. I'm also currently doing a charity thing where a lot of my art is for raising raising proceeds for the bee conservancy, since bee populations are currently not doing so hot. So a lot of my artwork is for that right now. So yeah, recycled artwork and crafts and such. And I'm Aster Hollow on everything.
Dylan, what about you?
All right, so I'm Dylan Baird, or Bardic Geek. You can also find me through Bardic Geek or the handle Bairdly Trying Games on YouTube, which I have not done much with yet, but that's the gaming entity that I'm working on building up. I'm currently writing World of Spheres, a high fantasy style tabletop role-playing game that's currently at like 215 pages long. And also, that time I got reincarnated, the Isekai TTRPG, which I just started this month, and I'm already about 40 pages into. It's also That Tiger, TIGR, is the shortened title for that. So yeah, I build and write weird non-D20 base TTRPGs because I feel like the D20 gets too much attention. And that is what you can find out about me.
And last but certainly not least, Scout.
Scout, also known as Neon Saline, that is neon like the light, saline like the drip. It has been a wonderful time playing with all these folks. I am Neon Saline everywhere on the internet. If you can't find me, it ain't me. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm on all the places, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitch. I'm going to be streaming a very interesting card game on Saturday, so you should follow me so you can see that. Also, if you go to Linktree/Neon Saline, there's a very important GoFundMe link. I am in the process of finally getting my tooth replaced after breaking it on a bagel in January.
Fuck that bagel.
If any help is just appreciated, even sharing. Like, I know times is rough out here, so like even if you just share it, I would just appreciate that. But yeah, that's enough of me spamming all my information.
All right. And I'm Radio Free Will. You can find me over on TikTok at Radio Free Will. Also, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you can find me at YouTube at Radio_Free Will. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find me on Twitch at Radio_Free Will. And if you like what I do and you like the kind of way I run games, you can book me to run a game for you at startplaying.games/GM/Radio Free Will. I've got all sorts of games up there. You can check out the schedule. Join in. It's a fun time. But in the meantime, we are going to go raid Telltale Hearts. That looks like they are doing a BIPOC Star Wars game at the moment. So go give them a follow if you're not already. Go say hi in chat. Refresh your browser. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. These all help the algorithm. But until next session, everybody, good luck. Have fun. And no gods, no masters, only moderators. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
And we're out.